and Paul and Mike, and just hung out with my teammates. We already had a solid game plan, and we knew what we had to do. So, we just kicked back and relaxed for a little bit.
What did you like or not like about the offense today?
At times, I didn't like our tempo. I didn't like our aggressiveness at times. I think the thing that I, like the most is that we were all on the same page and we knew what to do. And, that's something that, builds progress, and that's something that, we can look forward to because, that really helps our, camaraderie, and it helps us get better as an offense.
You had that one drive. Okay.
What didn't you like?
We had some inconsistent moments. As you can see, we had a few penalties that backed us up that were very costly, and we have to get over those. But it's the first game, and we have things to work on, and it's always a plus to just be able to learn from your mistakes and get better.
Start for the defense, but held them to 2 field goals. How do you rate the performance tonight?
I mean, we held them to 6 points, and it feels good, but we know we still got a lot of work to do. Because we left a lot of plays out there, and then we just want to watch the film tomorrow and see how it look on film.
How difficult was it to keep warming up and keep going back and then just playing for those short bursts?
Like the first time, it wasn't too bad the first time. I actually felt like better at the beginning of the game, but then after we kept on doing it, you got tight, and it's hard to get loose. The more you do it, it's harder to get loose.
Could you have played effectively if you had to go out and do it again?
Oh, yeah, it wasn't going to be an excuse for us at all because they felt the same way, so it's going to be like an even playing field.
Is it a disappointment at all not to finish the game, or do you feel like you're kind of in control of it at that point?
I mean, I'm just glad to get our first victory. It didn't end the way we wanted to, but we got a victory. That's what all that matters.
Have you ever been in any situation close to this before with multiple delays?
I mean, the closest thing was the Auburn game a couple years ago when we had that long delay, but it wasn't anything like this.
Nothing in high school or anything like that?
I know you guys are probably watching the Notre Dame game, the Michigan State game this weekend. Do you ever think that, it's not going to happen to us?
No, I didn't think about that at all. I was just watching that game dang, it sucks to be them. We end up in the same situation.
What was your impressions of how they tried to attack you? It looked like they tried to flood one side of the field and then come back against single coverage. Does that give quarterbacks safer throws, a little bit easier reads because it's kind of one-on-one on the backside?
I mean, at first they was trying to get rid of the ball real quick. So then I was trying to jump a couple of the short pass. And he ran a double move on me. They got behind me, but he overthrew him because we got pressure on him. So it was good we got pressure on him.
Were you expecting that kind of maybe a little bit more conservative passing game with him being a freshman?
Yeah, this was the coach that they kept preaching to. They was just sit back and make sure we drive on the ball, make sure our eyes were in our eyes, taking everything.
Coach Overson said there was a lot of different activities in the locker room. What did you do during the delays?
I mean, the first one I was just on my iPod playing games, listening to music. Then we started playing the video games, playing the PlayStation, the Xbox down there. But people was playing pool, some people was playing ping pong. Just trying to just keep your mind off the game for a little bit, because it stress you out being so pumped up for that long.
Were you playing West Virginia?
Anything, we kept going in and out. So we were expecting to go out again, but then they ended up calling it.
It's slow early on getting the offense going. Once you got things going, do you feel like you were clicking as you should?
Yeah, we had some nice drives, some long drives there. And, I think the one drive was 13 plays. We just got to move forward every play, like Coach says. We can't settle for negative plays or penalties, and that stuff will kill you as an offense. We just got to keep moving forward, and that develops drives and scores.
Has Gino shown those kind of wheels? I mean, obviously he's not going to get hit in practice, but has he shown that kind of speed before?
Yeah, I mean, we know from last year he had a couple runs last year that were pretty impressive. And we knew he could do this, and he did open up some third downs there. He got the first down for us. It was pretty nice.
Marshall gets within 7 in the third quarter. Talk about how big Tavon's carry.
That was a big play. I mean, huge momentum swing, even though we had to go in after. But that kind of, lifted us up and, gave us, a momentum builder, especially going in. And we came back out and had a nice drive and capped it off. But that was a big play.
It was the longest game I've ever played in. I know the longest game I probably reported too, but it was just a crazy experience, coming out, after everything that happened last year with Marshall. They didn't want to give up. I'm pretty sure we wanted to do the same thing, but we came out. They made a great play on that punt return, and then we came out. Settled some stuff down on special teams, and we made plays on offense. We was able to get the job done.
Now, y'all talk about the offense coming in all spring, all fall. You guys go out and hold them basically to 2 field goals. So, what about the effort of the defense tonight?
Defense up. We played good. We let a few runs get out of, but as far as the young guys stepping stepping up and making plays. They made plays today, and we had to finish. I think they had to continue to do the same thing. And we was all on the same page, and that's the good thing that our coaches and players would like to see.
How important is it to get the first one out of the way like this, where you guys can build on?
It's real important, especially playing an opponent like Marshall. They always play us with tough. It's a toughness, and coming out like that big play that they had on punt return. It's always important that we settled down. Found ourselves as a team, offense, defense, and special teams. And offense got rolling. They was doing their thing, and even though they, a lot of people may not have liked what they saw or anything like that, we still was getting the job done.
Were you guys sitting in there during that first delay at some point saying, man, why don't they just call it?